Hi friends, myself Nitin Pandit, and I'm just trying to create a video series on AngularJS. So basically it's just started for beginners as well, then we will moved on to the advanced. So firstly I just need to tell you what is AngularJS in this first part or the first day. So basically if you are doesn't aware with AngularJS, so you must go to this URL, which is AngularJS.org. In this section there will be a menu link, the option developer guide. Just go to this section and click on introduction series at the left sides in the introduction part. Then you will get the definition of what is AngularJS. AngularJS is a structural framework for dynamic web apps. It lists used to HTML as your template languages and lets you extend HTML syntax to express your application's components clearly. And if you just want to learn AngularJS in a very simplest language, just find out on Google getting started with AngularJS space Nitin Pandit. It's my at the first link you will get, which is my actually blog on AngularJS or article as well. So basically just go this article and where you can learn a lot about AngularJS, what is AngularJS exactly. AngularJS is a JavaScript framework that helps to build web application. It's a library of JavaScript. It's used to create generally for single web page applications, and it's extend HTML DOM and the external attributes, which make it more responsive to use. And actually, to build AngularJS application, we only need only a script file from AngularJS.org. We can download this link actually, on this link. If we go, so there is a download option. Just click on this download option. There's two options. Either you can copy your CDN link to use your AngularJS file directly in your application, which is minifies file. And if you want to download the complete AngularJS application, just click on download button. It will download as a zip on or compressed file on your system. And if you are working with Microsoft Visual Studio, so there's no need to download the application. Just go NuGet package manager and download or install the complete AngularJS application source file to your solution directly. So let's have a look how we can create AngularJS application with the help of Visual Studio. And at last I'll just recommend you two articles. One of best article which I see on C# corner. There's a name like top reasons why web developers choose AngularJS. Just find out on Google, then you will get the link on csharpcorner.com. Top reasons why developers choose AngularJS. In this article you can learn in all the needs of AngularJS in briefly. It's very well explained article by Mehul Rajput. And if you want to learn AngularJS practice book, so I will recommend you a book of one of my best friend Rahul Saxena. Just go on this URL, which is csharpcorner.com/ebooks. Where is a book AngularJS recipe. It's a 50-page book. It's having more than practical implementation of with examples on AngularJS with less theory. So it's very necessary to learn AngularJS. So basically first you need to learn the AngularJS examples. So you just download this application, book, and learn a lot, like how AngularJS extend HTML library and all the things with practical implementation. So you can directly copy the code from this book, and you can try it with your Visual Studio, with your own web pages. Either you are working on ASP.NET, HTML page, JavaScript, PHP, Java, GSP pages, where you want to use, you can use this library, and you can read out from this book as well. So let's have a look how we can create application with AngularJS. It's very simple actually. So firstly I need to go in my Visual Studio. Just go to Visual Studio and create a project. It's not a necessary that you have to create your web application in AngularJS only and only with Visual Studio, because I'm a habitual of Visual Studio. That's why I'm using Visual Studio for creating any kind of web applications. I'm actually addicted of Visual Studio. but you can use Sublime Text and other applications to create a simple web page in HTML format, like Notepad++, Dreamweaver, whatever you want. So just go to Visual Studio and just click on new project and select a menu, select a category menu like web, ASP.NET web application, give a name whatever you want, click on OK, and select a template which is empty, because I doesn't need any kind of reference folder from ASP.NET MVC and whatever, it's ASP.NET Web API or web forms. I just need a simple solution for HTML pages so that I can use directly AngularJS resource files. So just click on that and click on OK. I already have a solution, a blank solution which doesn't have anything, because it's already created, because it's, if I'll create new, so it will take certain minutes. So cause of, I'll just select a empty website. Now I need to use like AngularJS application. So firstly I need to download this application and right click, add existing item if you already have. But if doesn't have AngularJS resource file, so no need to worry, just directly go to tools and there is option NuGet package manager, manage NuGet package for the solution. It's taking some time, actually my net is too slow. So just type here AngularJS and then you will find all AngularJS resources like AngularJS.core, AngularJS, complete AngularJS, AngularJS.routing, animate resources. I need to use only AngularJS, so I'll just click AngularJS install, it having all the packages pre-implemented like AngularJS.core, resources, routing, animations. So after installation completely, it will, in the output section you will see the succeed message. Like it finished successfully. So let's see your solution. In your solution now is a new folder which name is script, that having all the resource file from AngularJS. It's great. So firstly just add a HTML page, give it a name, like I'll just assign index.html, or whatever you want, just you can do that. So basically now we have a simple or plain HTML page in which we can directly use my AngularJS application. So before writing any code of AngularJS, I need to show you 3 attributes. See, in AngularJS application, firstly we have lots of things, like we have services, we have directives, we have models, we have controllers, we have a lot of things. So in upcoming video articles we will see what are the basics of AngularJS. In this section I am just going to create a basic application of AngularJS where you can see a normal example, or you can say basic example like hello world and whatever you want. So if you need to create AngularJS application, there is some kind of directives and services which you must to be understand before writing any program. Like if you need to use any kind of AngularJS directive, so firstly you need to use ng app. ng app, basically it's a notification or identification from which block or of which block you want to write the code of AngularJS application. It's look like as a main function in any kind of exe program. Like without main we can't start any exe execution. So like the same, if it doesn't write any ng app attribute in that block where I need to write the code of AngularJS, so it can't be work. Like suppose if I'm going to create, let's see, if I'm going to use Angular code in this my body section, so firstly I need to write ng app. Before using this you need to assign your script src and the address. Like I'll say script, in script there was a file angularjs.min.js, it's a minification file. So firstly you need to use this, it's very simple to use. So now I'll just assign ng app to my body section, and if you need to use any kind of Angular expression, so to write any Angular expression into your HTML blocks, so you have to use your double curly braces. It's an Angular expression block where you can write any expression which you want to manipulate at the rendering time, or you can say it's also used for binding. Actually, in upcoming article we will see how many type of bindings we have in AngularJS and what are the benefits actually of bindings. So let's see, suppose I'm just writing binding body ng app. In this section, suppose I need to use input attribute. It could be suppose like placeholder, enter your name. It will be the default message of this Angular application, or you can say enter name. Before that I can your details. After that I just need to write break. In other section, suppose I need to want key in a paragraph like hello with the name of value. So there is a text box and we just want to get the value of this text box, and we need to bind with this message hello. So if I run this application, so the output will be the same as normal HTML page, because I'm not using any kind of HTML AngularJS attributes. So the output will be the normal output. Like suppose I enter my name Nitin Pandit. It doesn't have any kind of operations. So now the time is I need to bind. I need to get the data of this this text box. So firstly you need to understand attribute which is ng model. Ng model, basically it's used to create a model in your HTML pages. So basically what the model is just kind of a location from where I need to pick the data. Actually a model, you can say, like in MVC applications we were saying ki model is a kind of data source location. So the same way is here, if we need to pick any kind of data from anywhere, so we can declare a model over there, like in normal C# program or Java program or any other compiled type language program. If we need to hold the value, so we need to declare a variable first. So model is the same as the variables. If you need to get the value of any other HTML attribute or any other object, so you can declare ng model. So ng model with a name, like I'll say val. So val is a model name in which you have to store the value and where you need to pick this value. So there's two attribute. You can use expression block, or you can use another attribute which is ng bind. Ng bind again it's a directive to use. It's a directive to use for binding behavior, for data binding. If we need to get any model value and we need to bind this value with any HTML attribute or any HTML tag, so we can use ng bind with the model name. So it will bind the val model to any other HTML attribute. Like if I need to use paragraph, so we can use as well there. So let's have an example. Suppose I need to get the value of this text box. It's very simple. Just declare ng model. A model, again the variable, or you can say the source name. I'll suppose write val. So now val is a variable, or a model. If we need to get this value here, so there's two examples as like I said. So here I can use double curly braces, so in which I can directly use my expression which is val. So the now example will be, or the output will be, let's have a look. I'll just refresh my page again. It will look like as the same previous, but now see, I'll just enter n. So the model is changed. I'll enter ITIN. It's PANDIT. It's Nitin Pandit. So when I'm going to change the value of model, it will directly replace the message which is entered by you. So if you have any kind of changes, it will reflect there where you bind this value with Angular expression actually. So this was the example how we can get the value from Angular attributes, and this is also an example if you need to see the example of two-way binding. In upcoming videos we will see what are the binding behaviors of the upcoming, like one-way binding, one-time binding. So next is, suppose I am going to see ng bind attribute. So in other paragraph I'll just enter like ng bind and with value. So now I'm just bind this variable with two different paragraphs with different attributes. So again I'm just save this page, so may we have changes, and again refresh my page and we'll see NITINPANTIT. so it will just updating both of paragraphs at the same time, cause of we have two way of bindings. We can use my double curly braces to binding the data, and we can as well as we can use paragraph with ng bind to get the data of models. So it was a simple and simplest example how we can use AngularJS in my applications. In just upcoming videos we will see what are the difference between AngularJS application and jQuery applications. In other applications also we will see what are the actual behavior or the services or the directives of AngularJS application, what are the filters and lots of things. So just stay tuned and being with me, and thank you so much to see this video. We will meet again.